about how a white or gray screen, no matter the projector, is still going to fail. This is two screens that you're definitely going to have a problem with, whether you're going to be in a fully lit environment, a dark environment, your 5,000 lumens, 1,000 lumens, it's just going to have problems all around. The technology you're seeing behind that that's producing the proper color is our black technology. This is where we explain to you that why black technology is more superior. It pulls, number one, a 100% contrast levels. Our white levels on our technology are absolutely immaculate. They're actually beautiful. And when it comes to color, well, of course, you can see right here, our screens produce the best color. Now, side by side, as you can see, we have over here two projectors running in the demonstration. Oh, first, did I explain who I was? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Christie Technology Screens. Second company is BlackSeriesEdition.com. This is the technology you're seeing right now, that black surface. That's the Black Series Limited Edition Black. So this technology is the darkest technology we developed. It produces a higher white level, beautiful colors, and the contrast is absolutely gorgeous. For those of you that are insane with contrast, you like a true OLED technology. When it comes to that really dark black level, this technology is where it's at. It produces the highest contrast level out of the screen paints we develop on the Black Series. But let's get to this, the white screens and gray screens here. So usually when someone is dealing with a white screen, which is the first screen they will purchase, is they will go in and they will try to use it in a fully lit environment. Of course, they'll try to believe that whatever their projector is telling them, that's what they're going to be able to get from the projector to the screen. The problem is that the projector does have the capability to do this. The screen just doesn't have it, and therefore they can't see it, they can't pick it up. We got two different shades of gray paint up here, and we also have just one shade of white. So two different shades. This one actually is a little bit lighter than this one. This is network gray. This is another bullseye primer on this side. Now, what most people will do when they get a white screen, they'll see the demonstrations, they'll watch what they'll see when they're buying the screen. Most of it's Photoshop, and they'll go in and they'll say, wow, that's what my screen's going to look like. My projector has this capability. It's going to be to add in all the things that I want to the screen. It's not. It's going to happen. You're going to fire up your projector. You're going to hit the white screen. Everything's going to wash out. It's going to be absolutely horrible, and you're going to be upset. You're going to be upset and angry because you didn't get exactly what your projector is designed to do. Do not blame the projector. It's not the projector's fault. It's your screen is having the issue. Nothing wrong with the two projectors we have here. One's 1,000 lumens. One is 5,000 lumens. One's a 720p. One's a 1080p. One's a SVGA. The other one is a WXGA. Two different powerful projectors here. Well, one powerful projector, one not so powerful projector. And as you can see, it doesn't make a difference what we use. It's just not going to pick up on the gray screen. So you'll go to a bunch of forum sites, but you will go shopping around and you will find out the sticker shock about the $3,000, $5,000 high-end gunmetal technology that's going to cost you a lot of money. And you don't want to go there. You don't want to spend the $3,000. You don't want to spend the $5,000 for a screen. Either way, you got to spend money. So you are going to go to a couple of forum sites. I know this because I did all this myself when I first started off into the business, and I bought my first projector. It was a BenQ MS500. So I went through that. You go to the forum sites, talk to a few people, and they'll tell you, hey, look, if you don't want to spend that kind of money for the gunmetal technology, then you can use a gray screen paint product that will fix the problem. And that's what I did. Try to go down and get a gray screen paint product to fix the problem. But that story is another story on its own. So anyway, basically with the gray product, you're going to find out that you're going to pick up a slight little tick in color, a slight little tick in gray levels. But you're still not going to get what your projector is designed to do. That's not going to happen. So you're going to be forced to spend that $3,000, $5,000, or you're just going to suffer with the machine you have. It's sitting in the dark because you can never have the lights on. That's never going to happen. You'll be able to maintain a certain degree of some kind of satisfaction to a certain degree in the dark. The problem is you're just never going to be able to see it with the lights on. And some of you have bought ultra short throw projectors for that purpose of not turning your living room into a cave at the end of the day. That's why you bought the ultra short throw projector, so you can sit up against the screen. It's like a TV, you know, you can use it like a TV. You can have all your lights on, there's a distance throw, but still, you still have to be in the dark because you have plenty of lumens. The problem is that your screen can't maintain the color and contrast that's needed to make your projector do what you paid for it to do. So, you kind of feel cheated out of it all. And this is where our technology comes in, because we can do demonstrations like this, where we can take our 1,000 lumen projector right there versus our 5,000 lumen projector and show you no matter what projector you use, you're still going to be able to maintain color and contrast, have your lights on with no problem. You have to calibrate all that good stuff. But if you have a gray or white screen, well, then you're stuck in that world where you're not seeing anything at all. You're going to have to be in the dark. You're going to change your entire environment out to try to fix those screens. There's a reality call. I know about this because I did it myself when I first started off in the business. I didn't know anything about screen paints or this, that, and the other. I went over to a friend's house. He had this Gray Wolf high-end performance screen. I was staring at it like, wow, man, that's freaking incredible. Thinking I'm going to get the same image. Oh, was I sadly wrong. Read all the specifications on the projector, all the beautiful colors it can produce, the contrast levels. I thought I was going to get everything that projector could do until it hit that wall, and I said, oh, what the freak is this? That's the biggest lie you tell yourself. All that money you spent to get the color, the contrast, the capability of what that projector is going to do, and you think you're going to hit your wall and get what that projector is designed to do, you won't see it. This is why we're showing you this demonstration right now. Two different projectors sitting side by side, and neither the white screen or gray screen can see it, but the black technology can read it. Right there, that's my Sony. And then over here, that is the model number on my Christie. Feel free to look them up. And you'll see that this is a Venue big boy projector versus a small little portable 720p SVGA projector. Doesn't make a difference. At the end of the day, this is what it tells you people at the end of the day. I don't have to go out and do that painstaking research that I went through many years ago trying to find the perfect projector because I needed better color and contrast and all that stuff. I have to go through that. Those screens do all the work for me. Whether I spend the money for $75 or $500. Either way, I don't have to spend the money. This one has HDMI, which is running. This one's running off an adapter, so it doesn't change the color or anything whatsoever if you use an adapter. It really doesn't make a difference if you have an HDMI port or not. It really doesn't. This one has HDMI running. This one doesn't. This is SVGA. This is a WUXGA, which are used for high-end venue projectors. And this, over here with the bright colors, is 1,000 lumens, and that is 5,000 lumens. Now, for some people saying, well, it's got to be your settings. Settings, are you kidding me? That's a 5,000 lumen projector sitting over there. It really doesn't make a difference what the settings are. That projector is way beyond what this one's designed to do. It has nothing to do with it. The screen gives it the ability to do that. It should have been like that from day one. Instead of customers being duped into telling that, oh, you got to be stuck in an ambient controlled environment, you got to calibrate your projector, you can't do this, you can't do that. Yeah. It's just all fake and phony. All right, let's get some contrast. Now, the beautiful thing about it, everybody loves contrast. Everybody wants that black OLED display. That's what they want. But they don't want to spend the money for those TVs because they're god-awful expensive. So, can your screen see a 100% contrast level? No, it will never be to pick it up. Again, I explained this before in so many different form sites. I don't care what you pay for. And keep in mind, the more or the higher contrast you have on your projector, the more money you're going to have to dig out of your pockets. Because they're not going to give you that option for free. You will pay for this. But on our technology, it really doesn't make a difference what you have, because that screen picks up over 2 million to 1 because it's black. That's why. Let's go with Starfield Screensaver, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Starfield Screensaver, YouTube. That's another headache I don't have to worry about. Contrast. So this tells you right here on our technology. Well, I don't know what the lumens on this. The contrast on this one is pretty much unknown, but it says around 100. This is a portable projector. Usually this projector was designed, it's an office projector. You know, you take it to a board meeting or whatever, you show a couple of pie charts, some graphs, and it's definitely going to be in the dark. They probably had it displayed on a white screen. It was probably picking up that image over there. So, yeah. And then over here, this Christie projector has a better chance of producing a better contrast level than the 1000 projector. But then again, since the screen is black, it really doesn't make a difference because both of them can pick up over a 2,000,000 to 1 because the screen is physically black. And those of you who have the 2,000,001 projector, or if you have a projector that does that, you will never, ever, ever, and I'm not trying to be rude here, but it's true, you will never see contrast level. You pick up a shade of gray. That's what you read. Now, anybody want to challenge me on that one? I'll put a challenge out there. I'll give you a wake-up call. I'll stick you in a fully lit environment because if you can see contrast levels, guess what? You don't have to be in the dark to do that. You could be in a fully lit. Matter of fact, you could be outside and pull that one at 1,000 lumens. Easy. Now, if you're having problems when you turn your lights on and your screen's automatically washing out from the door, even from basic color, then what makes you think you're going to pull contrast? So no, you're not pulling a contrast level. This is why when I hunt down the P2, I don't see any demonstrations in fully lit environments. And when I do see some close to it, they're always showing a bunch of colors. That's great. A projector has a 2,000,000 to 1. Where are the demonstrations on contrast on that thing? You don't see it. Not even the promo demonstrations, you don't even see it. So that shows you, even at 1,000 lumens, you can't see contrast, and even at 5,000 lumens, you can't see contrast. That means if you can't see it, and someone's going to say, well, you don't have a 10,000 to 1, you don't have a 20,000 to 1, you know you'll pay for that, right? So that means you just told me that you have to dish out more money just to see the color gray, because you're not seeing black. A black screen can maintain in a fully lit environment and show a 100% black level because it's black. Nothing's going to change about it. If I take a flashlight and I shine it on that chair over there, guess what? It remains black. It's not going to turn gray on me. It's black. So with our technology, whether the customer has a portable projector, Pico projector, ultra short throw projector, really doesn't make a difference what he has. It can be a projector from 1999, it can be from 1982, and make a difference what it is. He's still going to be to pick up a contrast level higher than a P2. And then if you do own a P2 and you do decide to use it on a black screen, then what's the point of you having the contrast level if you're seeing black already? The whole purpose of you getting the contrast level so you can see a darker shade of gray. You're still going to have to spend money. We have to talk about the contrast. So some people really get that mixed up, and some people are really confused, and people give out false information on that. The network grade 773, we all know what that represents from the door. And any other screen paint decides to do this challenge or whatever you want to call it in the day, decides to do this, you do know this network gray in this demonstration. So warning, you may match that product. That will not go well with you if you do match it. If you try to attempt it, you definitely will match it. Keep in mind over there, we have something called hobby paint. You definitely don't want to match that. This is a landmine of gray screens that you don't want to go near. Hobby paint costs 39 cents. Do you really think you want to basically have your screen get broken down by a 39-cent hobby paint? You don't want that either. Now, did we do the 39-cent hobby paint? Yeah, we did. We got a demonstration of it. We did everything. You know, I get a thrill out of challenges, right? I kind of throw crazy stuff at my screen for fun. But it's just to show you, not to get off point here, that no matter what projector you have, you don't have to go through the crap of saying, oh, I got to pay all this money for contrast. I have to have so much color. I got to calibrate. Nobody wants to go through that headache at the end of the day. I sure enough don't want to go through it. When I go shopping for projectors for my new place, you know how easy that's going to be? The only projector that's costing me money is a ViewSonic because it's a 235.1, which I need for the setup because I want to do a 138-inch custom screen with this black technology attached to it. And I want to be able to do 235.1 and 69 switch back and forth. So I'm doing a customized screen for myself. I can't get that from a Elite screen because Elite screen doesn't make a 235, so I'm going to have to design that screen. Now, since I won't be doing any cutting in my electric setup, and I'm not going to do any cutting them with salt and that stuff, easy. For those of you who don't want to go down that road, which I'm not doing it because I gave all my tools away. Yesterday, the guy came down. I gave him all my tools. I don't need them anymore. Go to Home Depot and Lowe's. Give me your measurements. I'll cut it right there for you on the spot. Go home, put it together. Doop, doop, doop. Staple it. You're done. I paint it in. That's it. Drop once it drop off on the ground, so I don't jack up my floors. And paint it in. Takes no time at all. No 4-coat application. Paint it, finish, done, dry it up, and that's it. Set my projector up to it, and that's it. So my projector I'm getting is a 1080p, which I don't need 4K. I don't need it. 1080p projector. Does 150 inches. It's a ViewSign. It does have lens shift on it, which I need desperately. And it also too has a 235.1 N16.9, which I need to switch back and forth for movies. And because my screen is jet black, I don't have to worry about those bars at the bottom or have buying any curtains to kind of block all that out. Oh, let's try this one. 8K Desired Nature, YouTube. 8K Desired Nature, YouTube. This one did. There we go. Kind of late on the response, but it's in. All right, let's get going. Chances are we're probably going to get a commercial. So let's see what happens. Political on this side.
One thing about the campus is that it's absolutely beautiful.
Tonight, we try the new Christie chicken sandwich or burger and fries.
All right, this one is already set up. This one's in. Knock them both in. So what this tells our customers again, you can go out and spend money for a 1,000 lumen projector. It's going to pick up an insane contrast level. And the screen's not going to wash out in a fully lit environment. You don't have to calibrate. You don't need HDMI if you don't want to. It really doesn't matter on the lumen count because screens are designed to fire up at 1,000 lumens. So that's a pretty much huge range of screens you can, projectors you can go through. Do you have any idea how cheap a 600 by 800 SVGA projector with no HDMI? You know how cheap those projectors are? Like under 50 bucks. Under 50 bucks. And here you are. You got people all over YouTube with $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 projectors doing demonstrations in dark environments, can't pick up colors correctly, don't show any contrast levels. I saw that in every demonstration next to some of those professional screen paint companies. Where were the demonstrations? Where were the contrast levels? Nothing there. Nothing but a bunch of pretty cartoons flying across the screen. That's it. That doesn't tell me anything at the end of the day. And then the one fellow who did show off some contrast level didn't even know what he was talking about because, again, you produced a darker gray screen, which still doesn't produce a black level. For those of you who feel that Mr. Bird gets on here and all he does is talk trash, Mr. Bird backs his products up. I got a grid wall I just put in yesterday. We're going to see if we can drop 1,000 videos into that grid wall. We're pretty much not even near 1,000, but it's going to be a lot of videos. And we're going to be showing you a lot of things that you should be seeing in demonstrations that you're not seeing in demonstrations. This is what you should be seeing in some of these people who develop screen paints. You need to see these demonstrations. It's very important. I guarantee you in all those demonstrations with those screen paint companies, every last one of them was using some overpriced, expensive projector that was probably calibrated. That whole entire booth was pretty much catered to make the screen look somewhat decent. Guarantee you. I noticed in one of the demonstrations with Goose Screen, I kept seeing the same background, that same black pocket cave background where the screen sits back there away from the lighting. And you're showing cartoons. Cartoons don't really show me much at the end of the day. Cartoons are oversaturated with a lot of color. Of course, that's going to pop higher. White Snow Screensavers YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
White Snow Screensavers YouTube. Now, and the individual's demonstration, he said that a gray screen paint product would turn our technology so dark you can't see it. Well, network gray is sitting up there, and you know what that represents. And we have some hobby paint over there. We got 2 sheets of white paper. So let's see if these gray surfaces and white surfaces produce such a high enough white level to turn our jet black screen unwatchable. I'm going to go over to all of these. We'll knock all of these out in one hit. And why not? Oh, we got it over here. We got it over here. There we go. Let's hit both of these. You got it on one, commercial on one. Demonstration here. All right, I can't get my hands mixed up. I got 2 fire sticks in my hand right now. All right, try it again. Remember this one. This one's commercialed up. Can we get past all this, please? Seriously? There we go. Man. There we go. So, the Black Series, what makes that technology extremely different from the other technology, that the Black Series was able to accept 100% of the heightener. If you go back and you watch any of my demonstrations where we dropped the heightener into a 44 or 39, they were flaring up off the screen because they were generating that much light that we had to tone it and adjust it. Not Black Series. Black Series can accept 100% of the heightener and more than that. Which means it's virtually impossible for you to turn that screen dark with gray paint. It doesn't work that way. That's a white surface laying against that screen at 1,000 lumens and 5,000. Which means if you notice in the demonstration, at 1,000 lumens, that screen is generating so much white light that it makes that 1,000 lumen projector look just as bright as the 5,000 lumen projector sitting next to it, even when there's a white surface laying against it. And network grade 773 and some hobby paint that are far darker than my screen. This is the stuff. Now, mind you, those of you that are designing these fake black screen paints, this is one of the tests out of the 39 that you have to go through. It's a brutal test. You're going to have to generate enough white light off your surface to go against a white surface and a light gray product. And you're going to have to do this on 1,000 lumen and 5,000 lumen on a comparison. The 1,000 lumen projector is going to have to produce enough white light to be able to blend it and match the 5,000. Good luck. That's a brutal one. That's a lot. After, let's see how many we got to go out today. Yeah, about 39 test demonstrations on the black screens that have to be done. So you can't go out there and go, oh, you know, I'm going to make this. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to show this off because this shows that your screen can maintain a white level even if the projector's at 1,000 lumens in a fully lit environment. Because what most people will do is use a high-end projector to produce a higher white level because they know more light is actually making contact with the screen. That's the problem. And I see that, and a lot of demonstrations, they'll use a 5,000 high-end projector. I've seen this in some companies trying to develop black technology. We do our research, and they'll use a high-end lumen projector because they think that's going to pull more white light out of the screen. You have to do that at 1,000 lumens. We already know that a black screen, a 5,000 lumen projector can do it easy because the screen's black. It's going to absorb that light. But try doing it at 1,000 lumens in a fully lit environment and see what happens. More likely, try doing it outside. It's more of a nightmare. So if you are selling this product and you haven't completed these tests yet and you failed one of these tests out of the 39 of these tests, then there's going to be problems because you have a product that you're selling that you have not properly tested. This is what the gray screens are going through. Gray screens are matching house paint and they haven't shown they've been properly tested. Let's go back here. Get both of these at the same time. I think that gray paint theory is going to be a nightmare for a lot of people at the end of the day who have gray screens, because now the thoughts popping up in my head and I'm trying to keep it varied, but Now the curiosity's kicking in. How many screens match house paint? How many of them? I'm not talking about just nasty. I'm talking about certified gray paints too. How many of them match house paint? Oh man, I better be quiet, boy. They can come after me for that one right there. Like, oh man, look at this guy. I know he's going to start something. This is the reason why we can't have this guy in the industry, because he's nothing but problem. No, it's a question. It should be answered. Because some of this stuff is really expensive. So you have to be able to back this up. If I got to come on here and I get twice as much ridicule, even 3 times more ridicule, because I developed black technology, and I'm told that I got to do this and do that, and I have to do all the tests, then why can't you? Don't go crying now because I bring things up that you don't want to hear at the end of the day. And I've had people come to me, email me, talking about you're digging things up. Yeah, I'm digging things up. I should dig things up. Grab myself a backhoe and dig up all kinds of stuff, because again, that's questionable. I gotta ask that question. How many of those products will match a house paint? Because if you're going to question my product at the end of the day and tell me that I have to go through this and do this and back this and show this, then what about you? The minute we tell them what about you, this is where the Karen calls start coming in. They're complaining, they're angry, the frustration, the screaming, the yelling, that dumb nonsense, instead of backing their products up. But then, you know, forget about the naysayers. We know what this stuff is, but these big companies, I'm curious. What would be the difference of Network Grade 773 versus another product? I would have to make phone calls now. We need to know. I need to know. Yeah, somebody's going to try to buy me sooner or later. It's going to happen. I'm not selling out, please. I love my job. Wake up every day and do what? All right, let's get some more bright levels. White levels there. Now, this is one of the things you notice when we do our demonstrations. We show a lot of white levels off. We love to show white levels off. When I don't see in this gray products, where are your contrast demonstrations in fully lit environments? We don't see that. We don't see that. And I'm not just talking about the nayers. I'm talking about, we call them the nayers because they're always about nay this and nay that. We're not talking about the nayers. We're talking about there's the big end certified companies, the Goose Screen and all them. I would love to see some contrast levels on your products in fully lit environments. Let's see. We got another one here. What about this one? I'm trying to match them up. I want this one right here. I like this. Oh, we got to do the Snow Wolves too. Definitely got to do that one too. We're going to go past time here. I'm trying not to go past my time here, but we're having fun. Let's get it to the snow. So now that shows you know, any of our technologies ever turn dark when a gray or white screen laid against it. Yeah, right. No, not going to happen. Sorry about that. Let's get another one. I love doing white levels. I just go online. I just hunt for white level demonstrations. Let's go over here. It's great. What we got here? Oh, we're definitely doing this one. Give me that one.
What's all this fuss about vote by mail?
Move on. Come on. Let me get this. Nope, we're not doing that. Let's try it again.
$5 giveaway, I rule this day. That is fine, drink bars, just big praise. Have a peculiar something new.
That's actually a pretty good jingle. That definitely will get stuck in your head. So here we are showing more white levels. This is something you should be seeing in demonstrations. You should be seeing the white levels. You should see a color pattern, and you need to see comparison screens. And yes, you should be seeing comparison screens on gray paints versus gray paints. We got so many black versus black demonstrations, it's not even funny. But you should be seeing it. As a matter of fact, I'm putting a grid up there too for black versus black demonstrations. I want all of them in one hit. I want it from outdoor, indoor, outdoor, all of them. We're going to do another grid. The demonstration, oh, we got to expand the demonstration thing for all black versus black, because I want them all in one page too on top of that. But we don't see gray versus gray. Anytime we see a gray versus gray, if it has been done, the video for some reason goes bye-bye. they disappear. But we don't see them. Now let me get me started on outside demonstrations. That's something we never see. We hardly ever see any screens outside. So how do we have a 1,000 lumen projector, 720p, producing this beautiful image next to a 5,000 lumen projector at 1080p? And mind, these are long throws. We're at a distance from the screen where you have ultra short throw projectors at 3,000 lumens, 4K laser projectors that are stuck in the dark with a 2,000,000:1 contrast. Do you see any light splashing around the back of my screen? No. I couldn't understand the demonstration we saw with the company called Knox. I don't understand that demonstration. I don't know how you're showing an ambient light demonstration and one of the demonstrations is dark. And that environment wasn't well lit. Let's go get something else. Let's do some more contrast. No, we did contrast already. Let's do something else. Oh, let's do this one right here. Let's do the OLED horse. Let me get that one. Samsung 4K demonstrations YouTube. I do find it entertaining when I see these gray screen paint products and white screens trying to do OLED demonstrations. I cannot express this to you enough. The OLED demonstration was developed for a black screen, not gray, black. Stop doing those demonstrations. It is very embarrassing. This one has the slow. Let's get this one to go in. Now that's interesting. This one's running. This one doesn't want to load. Interval, oh, commercial was coming up, that's why. Still should have went straight to the commercial. But I can't express that enough. You got a gray screen, stop doing OLED demonstrations and stop doing them in the dark. Number one, that TV does not sit in the dark when it displays its contrast. It never does. So if you're going to be showing off an OLED demonstration, be in a fully lit environment. Don't trick customers and make them believe that they're going to see a contrast level when you're sitting in a dark environment. Now, you see my screen, you see my chair over there, you see my speakers, see how it all matches? That's how it's supposed to look. Screen's not supposed to be coming up in gray. See that washed out gray look to the gray screens? Not supposed to look like that. And this is why we show you the color pattern so you can see the colors. What I hate is when people show colors on a screen and it's a bunch of mixed colors all together. They camouflage it. You're supposed to show solid colors. So all you're seeing is a solid color blue. You would see the difference in a solid color blue than a demonstration with multiple colors and little bits of blue splattered all through it. You can't really make out what's what. So now when we show you the color pattern, then we show you the demonstration because now you can see it. Now, when you did that demonstration, you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to point this out to you because you have a bad habit of doing this stuff, misleading people. Anytime you do a contrast demonstration, especially the 8K Desire one with the black makeup, next time, turn all your lights on and do that demonstration. And don't forget the Network Grade 773 and the slip silver because people still need to see at the end of the day the comparison. All your products need to be tested, not just one. I noticed that in some demonstrations, they'll do one product, the rest of them, they don't do them. Every last one of our screens in here, every single one of them had test demonstrations to back them up. You can go right to my site and look at them if you want. I have plenty on there. Just don't get lost in there. There's a lot of stuff going on that site. I didn't realize how much information we dropped into those sites until I actually went to other sites and I was looking at their sites and like, gee whiz, this is it? Okay. Only one site we found had pictures, but all those pictures were in the dark. And then I noticed they did the zoom effect. Now, for those who know what the zoom effect is, this is where they will shrink the screen to give it a sharper, brighter image. You're probably thinking, well, what about on the projector you have here? Are you using zoom on this one to shrink it? Here's my zoom right there. See how it's all the way up? Well, Mr. Bird backs everything up. I don't cheat my demonstrations. I have a thing about doing things the right way, because if I don't, it drives me crazy. It's like a bit of a, sorry, a tick. Or if it's not done right, it will drive me nuts. It has to be done correctly. And when it's done correctly, that means Mr. Bird can go anywhere he wants with his technology and display, because he has 100% confidence that his product will work. Where I know that the rest of these companies are running under that smoke and mirrors of the ambient light controlled environment, needing high projectors. Oh, we would crush you guys like that easily. It's not even a competition at the end of the day now. After what I've seen online now, if this is a protocol that you guys are following, this is going to make it so much more easier for me to just run through you guys like cream corn through a goose. You ever heard that term before? That's an old term. Because it shows here in my demonstration that the customer doesn't have to go out and spend all this money for expensive projector. You can just use this $75 projector we have here. That's it. Oh, let's do this one right here. Here. Now, as I told you before, it doesn't really make a difference which projector you get. Gray and white screens don't work. Now, for those of you sitting there saying that, well, you're wrong, well, guess what? How about you show me some of the demonstrators, or at least complete one of the challenges that we have? One of them? My goodness, I just put 2 of them out on this one, and it hasn't been met yet. I went to go check at the bottom. There's nothing there. No links, nothing. At least complete one of them. If you're trying to tell me that a gray screen or white screen can see a 100% contrast level, it can pick up proper colors without calibrating, it doesn't require expensive projectors, then they can complete one of the challenges. You know, one of the challenges we had? It was called a 1-year swap out. We did it already. That means they would have to swap out that crutch projector, the projector they like to use in their demonstration, the one that shows up in all their pictures on their website. They would have to swap that projector out for a 600 by 800 SVGA, a bottom dollar projector for 1 solid year. We did it already. Mine's right there in the room right there. They didn't do it because they know that if they were to change out the projector, everything would change on the screen. The color would change, contrast would change, all that would fail miserably. And keep in mind with the 1-year swap out of 100% of your videos, 90% had to be done in fully lit environments. All contrast levels had to be done in fully lit environments. That's virtually impossible. So if you can't complete that simple task, heck, you know, forget that. If you can't complete the simple task of basically going against screen house paint, there's a problem. And I can't express this enough, people. People who get up and walk over to the screen to show you the color. No, we don't do that. You should be able to see that from here with no problem.
What's it like shopping on Carvana? It's a carbide process.
So every time you see red, you got to get up from your chair, walk 12 feet over to a screen and go, well, look, see, it shows red. You can see it right here. You can't see it? No, it doesn't work that way. You have to be able to see it at a distance. Here we go. So no, gray screens, white screens, can't see contrast. We'll come back in and I'll throw an ultra short though up there and a 1,000 lumen projector and it still won't pick up. I'll take a 5,000 lumen projector and an ultra short though and they still won't even pick up. Heck, we did upstairs with a 200 lumen pico projector and I still couldn't see the color right. Gray screens and white screens are obsolete. They don't work. Only 2 options you have is our company or $3,000, $4,000 for a screen. You spent all that money for a projector. If you literally think that you're going to get what you just read and did the research on your projector on your screen, you're not. That's why when I go on YouTube, all of you guys are sitting in the dark. The only ones who sit out in fully lit environments are people who have our technology. My customer demonstrations all sit in light. So for other people, this is going to save them money. It upset when I talk like this. This is toward the people who should be doing a better job of making better products. It's towards you, toward my customers. It's giving them a better product because they shouldn't have to be subjected to that nonsense. If you bought a projector, you should get every penny you paid for out of that projector. Should be no changing your environment around and darkening this and darkening that and calibrating this and calibrating that. You shouldn't be going through that crap to begin with. Get what you paid for. The sad thing about it is when you see the demonstrations on P2s, they're supposed to look way beyond that. Do you have any idea how powerful that machine is? And it's belittled on that washed out, outdated product. Can't even see proper contrast with a 2 million to 1. That's bad. And they sit in the dark all the time, every demonstration, in the dark, in the dark, in the dark, in the dark, in the dark. Now, the new technology we have here will be available on November the 2nd. We were going to do a pre-order only, but we got a lot of people asking us that if we can just remove that, that'd be nice. Those who did put pre-orders in, we will be sending you down something special because you did put pre-orders in, so we will be setting you up with something special. Now we know we got individuals itching out there to do their dirty reviews against our products and make them look bad. Not going to work, buddy. This technology has a ton of testing. We already know what kind of person you are at the end of the day, and everybody else who we do business with and people we associate with know what kind of person you are at the end of the day. You're just a jealous, hatred little guy at the end of the day that's upset and angry because your products don't work. And again, you have been called out with so many YouTubers know who you are, that you're the type of person that will taint people's products and make yourself look good. Now again, our products here, all tested, all backed. Your products, not tested, not backed. And again, if we did go place an order for your product, which is a waste of time because I don't really have time to do the videos on that dumb nonsense to begin with, you're just going to cancel out and give me back my money. That's just what's going to happen. But if you do decide, go in and place an order for it. It'll be the first black screen paint this guy has ever ordered from it. He's never ordered black paint from us ever. As a matter of fact, when he's in the shopping cart purchasing the 2.0, you could have just slid over and bought that black paint too, but you didn't. You stayed away from it. So, yeah, we're used to people like that trying to basically paint the product. But sorry, this technology has a ton of text underneath of it, which makes it virtually impossible to mess with. And on top of that, our technology has batches underneath on top of that. But we run into those individuals that are jealous and angry and upset. Now, like I said, instead of you worrying about my products over here, you need to get past that house paint. Like desperately, you really do, because that's really looking kind of sad now. It needs to get past house paint. That's the first thing you have to go through is house paint. Yeah, you think at the end of the day that I got contracts lined up for this technology that I'm going to be able to walk into any business meeting and show off this technology without tests attached to it? No one's going to touch this stuff with a 10-foot pole. That's I can back up what it does. Like I'm doing right now. If I come on camera and says, yeah, our technology can produce, make a 1,000 lumen projector look like a 5,000 lumen projector. You know how outrageous that sounds without test? No one would believe that. Or I can pick up white levels on a 1,000 lumen projector next to a white sheet of paper and a gray screen versus a 5,000 lumen projector. Yeah, in a fully lit environment on a black screen. Yeah. Or that our black screen paint products we have here are different from everyday household paints and fabrics and all that stuff. Yeah, you have to back all that up. Where do you want to go next? Oh, let's do the LGs on here. I haven't done the LGs in a while. Where's the LGs at? How can they do projectors with split? Oh yeah, the Sonys I have upstairs do split. They do duals. Duals are nice. Let's do the LG demonstration YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Here we go. That started late. Try that one again. Doesn't make a difference. So yeah, we expect people to do dumb stuff. That's why we got lawyers. That's what they're for. We go to court and show them the tons of test demonstrations we have under our products. And then watch you sit there and stutter and whatever else you do in court. Not them, I'm talking other individuals, because that one's being taken care of already. He's already done. He's taken care of. But I'm talking about others. Watch you stutter in court and trip over your own words trying to explain why your videos are looking the way they are and ours are tested with batch numbers attached to them. After enough stuttering, they just get to a point where they just say, you know what, forget it. What do you want? That's what it comes down to. What are you guys asking for? Gonna walk out of that courtroom with no color in your face. That's what's gonna happen. I've seen it happen too many times before. Don't do dumb stuff. Because then you're gonna be in the car home trying to figure out where you're gonna get the money at to pay me off. Pay my money up that you owe me for the lawsuit. So don't do dumb stuff. And you don't have to worry about getting in the car and going home and going through your finances to figure out exactly what you're going to lose at the end of the day, because you owe Mr. Bird a lot of money for messing up my stuff, for trying to slander my product. It'd be pretty hard to try to make a screen look like it doesn't pick up when I'm sitting here doing demonstrations in a live stream on 2 projectors showing our technology, showing white levels, the whole 9 yards, everything. Versus a white sheet of paper and 2 different versions of gray paint. Especially with your product having a batch number attached to it. On top of that, showing the product being tested before it was ever shipped out. Now I explain to people from the door, and I try to be nice. This time around, we're not warning you. We're coming after you. I'm not sending you no deceits. We're not doing all that nonsense. We'll track down your whereabouts, have you served, bring you into court, clean your clock, and go about my business. That's how I'm doing things. I'm not going to waste any time. I ain't got time for it. If you're out there and you're thinking about doing something stupid, well, you'll see my face, all right. You'll see me right in court, and my lawyer sitting there smiling right at you from across. And you got to figure out at the end of the day how you're going to pay Mr. Bird his money. So don't do dumb stuff. That's what it comes down to. Do not do dumb stuff. Skyworth food demonstration, YouTube. Skyworth food demonstration, YouTube. Man, they really messed this one up. Skyworth food demonstration, YouTube. What the heck is Skywatch? Weird stuff will pop up. I'm like, what the heck is Skywatch? Now, see, I gotta look that up now, because that's something pretty crazy that'll pop up. Skywatch. It would be interesting if that was freaking some kind of. Let me leave that one alone. Skyworth food demonstration. We don't want to see too much on camera.
Getting that from YouTube.
But that literally sounds like something pretty jacked up. All right, let's do this one right here. Oh, we should do the long version. Yeah, let's do the long version, because that'd be much more difficult. Let's do the long version. There's both of these in here. Let's do both of these with the long version. Let's have some fun, right? We got it on this side. Perfect. This side we got the commercial. Matter of fact, what's going to make that funny? That's going to be extremely hard for a nightmare for you. You know my technology is going to be displayed in some storefronts, right? Storefronts, companies, businesses, all that stuff. It's going to be literally everywhere. So it's going to be really interesting to watch people try to slander my product when I'm posted everywhere. Yeah, it's going to be really rough for you in court. Good luck. Or just don't do it. Just don't do dumb stuff, that's all. I even invite your lawyers down to my storefront so they can check out the product firsthand. They'll walk out of that store and won't even contact you back. Because they don't want to lose a case. They don't mind taking your money, but they don't want to lose a case. Losing a case hurts a lawyer more than the money. It's the reputation is everything with them. But if I really want to crush your case real quick, I'll invite your lawyer down to my store, have him look around, say, hey, check it out. This is the technology you're associate called himself at the end of the day slandering. So what you want to do at the end of the day? How you want to handle this? Here, drop your case in a minute. Play with me, see what happens. Drop your case in a minute, guaranteed. Take him out, give him to eat. Take him to the showroom. There you go. It's our technology right here. This is your client who basically slandered our product. He will drop your case in a hot second. There you go. He's not going to take that case. And then we'll file a lawsuit against you and take everything you have. Look at that. Still can't get over these screens are black. Never get used to this. Never ever get used to it. Now for our customers, we appreciate the hard work that I put in to develop this technology so they can have something better than everybody else. We thank you at the end of the day. But those individuals who basically are out there to try to tarnish our work, try to damage my company's name, well, this year is going to be a lot different. I said before, if I catch one of your videos or one of my other people catch your videos and it's posted and brought to my attention, we'll track you down. You got an attorney? We'll contact him. We'll be in touch. And if he feels he has a case, I'll bring him down to the showroom and show him he doesn't have a case and he has an option. You can walk out of the situation, don't lose a case, and get embarrassed in court because we will embarrass you, or you can fight this and basically get crushed in court. Which one you want? I guarantee you he'll walk away from that case. I guarantee you, bar none. Nice to file a lawsuit against the attorney too. You got people so jealous over the technology that they're trying to damage it. Nah, it's not going to work. I like this setup. Every time we do a setup, we always design setups to show off the product. We got the arcade setup over there. I can't wait till tonight. I was setting it up last night because I wanted to give it more of an 80s kind of style to it. I can't wait to start playing around with that. Definitely do some Mario Brothers. Now, as you can see in the demonstration, our technology next to two different forms of gray paint, white surface, does not turn our technology dark and unwatchable. We can maintain our white levels, we pick up beautiful colors, and no matter what projector we use, we have a 100% contrast level. This is what makes the Black Series unstoppable. And this is the same demonstration that we'll have in my showroom, just like this. So we're going to do it differently. We're going to have 4K, 1080p, and 720p. Have them all lined up. But we're going to have the projectors, I'm going to kind of hide it a little bit. I want to survey. That's what I want to survey, where they hit a button and try to figure out which one's which. See how many people got it wrong and how many people got it right. And that way we can post that survey up on our website. I love when they tell you you have to spend the money for this and you have to. Yeah, right. Oh, let's do the Sony demonstration. Is it in here? See it there. Sony 4K demonstrations, YouTube. Did we get it on this side? Which one are we at on this one? Okay, hold on for a minute. This is the, oh, we got the remote controls mixed up again. Okay, wait. All right, yeah, we're supposed to be on this side. All right, here we go. Let's do this one. All right, we got it on this one. We don't have it on that one.
Took up to 10 years to decompose. And are toxic. Stash them so you can trash them. Pay more than Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Now, as for that theory about camera tricks and all that stuff, then keep in mind, that means all the customers that I have on my Christie page and just about anywhere you see customers displaying our products, I guess they would have to have special cameras too. And then once we get our storefront set up and you see our screens in the showroom, I guess that's all camera tricks too, right? Baloney. My goodness, people are desperate. You know? Now they also got a kick out of the exotics, and in the exotics is Taco's screen paint. Taco's product, which I was thinking about basically some of the proceeds, but now we're going to make it all of the proceeds from Taco's paint will go to basically for the SPCA. That's what we're going to do with his paint. And I've actually introduced that to like I said, the complex I'll be going into, and they freaking love the idea. A lot of people got dogs and cats and stuff in there, and they love the idea of basically of Taco's paint. Ain't that right, Taco? You're about to have your own product. Love it. Let's do this one over here. Let me see. What the heck is this? Oh, it's a slow-mo demonstration. I'm looking for something different. Oh, we got to this one. Hold on. Batman versus Superman demonstration. I don't know why I said demonstration. It just came to mind. I think demonstration all day. Batman versus Superman. This should be interesting. Let's see if the gray screen, two different shades of gray screens and white screens will pick up on either one of these projectors. Well, commercial here, commercial there. Right. Got Batman on that side. Batman should be popping up on this side. Oh, this is not going to go so well. Again, like I said, gray screens, white screens can't even pick up contrast. You can see it already. They're having a hard time picking up. 1,000 lumens, you're not going to pick up. A sad thing about it is when people use a gray or a white screen, the first thing they think is lumen issues. And they'll go out and they'll buy a projector because it has a high amount of lumens and they think that's going to fix it. Literally, I thought the same thing. That the lumens, the picture is traveling on the lumens. And that's traveling through the environment. And it's going to hit the screen and display because it's going to, that 5,000 lumens, 4,000 lumens, 3,000 lumens, it's going to cut through all that light. Just think of it as a kind of a cartoon where you have all this light around you and you have on your image and your video is on the projector, and that 5,000 lumens is cutting through all that light to make contact with the screen, and your image is carried on that lumens. It's going to hit that screen. It's going to produce. It's not going to do that. It's going to hit the screen. It's going to wash out because you got 5,000 lumens of light hitting the screen, including the additional light you have in the environment, which means you're going to wash it out even faster. It's never going to pick up. And if your screen doesn't have the ability to see contrast and color, well, guess what? That's going along with it. But let me show you. So again, my screen here is 120 inches, 16:9. Just imagine it being any one of these screens at that size. Doesn't make a difference. Whatever projector I use, I'm still going to have a crappy image. Ooh, that does not look good. People, does it? That looks absolutely awful. Can you imagine that? It's a 120-inch screen. It can't even pick up on a 5,000 or 1,000 lumen projector. Doesn't make a difference if you have 720p. Doesn't make a difference on your lumen count. Doesn't make a difference if you have HDMI or not HDMI. It doesn't make a difference. You can't see it. That's all to it. Gray screens and white screens are obsolete. You bought an up-to-date projector and you have an outdated dinosaur screen. That's what you have. And that's why when I go on YouTube and I go do the research, everybody's sitting in these dark, poorly lit environments with washed out screens, and they think they have something at the end of the day when they have absolutely nothing. And the sad thing about it is the industry that makes these products, or even with the projection screen companies, when you watch the demonstrations, they're doing those demonstrations on high-end screens. They'll never tell you that's a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 screen in a studio. Everything all ambient light controlled in there, and projectors customized, probably professionally calibrated, if that. And then you get it home and it doesn't look the same way, because you don't have that money for that expensive screen. And if you do have the money for the expensive screen, guess what you're still going to have to do? You're still going to be calibrating. You're still going to be stuck in a dark environment. All right, let me see. I think this is nice. We need to get some pictures. I'm going to get some picture slideshows for the site. Oh, that ain't a bad idea. We don't even have one of those on there. We need a black versus gray demonstration. We definitely need one of those in there. This is the perfect setup for it too. So I'm going to do me a couple videos. I'm going to set up another section on the site. This is where we're running out of room already. We've got so much stuff we need to show you. So we're going to set up another section on the site. White screens, gray screens. We need this anyway for the comparison, because we do a lot of demonstrations offline and online. So we need this anyway. We have one for the Christie, which is huge. We need one for this one. So I'm going to take a bunch of pictures of this and post it onto the new site, put it on Facebook, whatever, just set it up real nice so people can get an idea of why you don't need gray screens and white screens, and how you can destroy your setup. Well, I don't be watching movies in the dark. Doesn't make a difference. You still can't pick it up. It doesn't pick up. Even if you're in the dark, it doesn't work. We did this on a dedicated theater room. It just doesn't work. See what I mean? Better chance with the lights out. So much better your image got. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now watch when I turn the lights back on. Look how badly the image gets. Boom! There you go. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. As for you people who make these products, you got to up your game a little bit, because your products are obsolete. They're old, they're dinosaurs, they're relics. They're just not there. They don't pick up whether I'm on a low-end projector, whether I'm on a high-end projector. You don't even pick up on ultra short, though. You pick up on nothing next to our technology. Ooh, I forgot I was looking for that cable. All right, got to go. Thank you all, and God bless. It doesn't pick up any.